Welcome back, guys. We are here with another video, and in this video I want to talk about why you should never get into the restaurant business. Restaurant business is one of those things where if you like being married more to your job than to your spouse, it's perfect for you. If you want to get into a business where you think everything's going to go great because you go through what they call a honeymoon period and you find out that after a couple years, people move on to something else, and all of a sudden your sales start sliding from $30,000 to $40,000 a week to a fraction of that. You start figuring out real fast why your job or your business is tumbling, I should say. And this is just one contributing factor to why you should never open a restaurant. You've got more overhead in a restaurant than many other businesses out here that you could get involved with. You've got a large employee payroll. You have gas. You have lights. You have equipment that breaks down. You've got, it's always a miscellaneous random thing that can happen, and it will happen in a restaurant business, especially when it comes to equipment. When it comes to equipment, you better just have a refrigeration guy on your payroll because he's going to be there quite often. Doesn't matter your equipment. Equipment does run down. Refrigeration gas does go out. And these things do need to be repaired. Not to mention, like I said, you've got your food costs and your labor costs. Your food costs, your labor costs are going to kill you faster than anything else in the restaurant business. They are. Because either you're going to have your labor is going to be way too high, or you're going to be wasting way too much product. And your accountant or yourself, if you've been in a business long enough, you're going to start figuring out that your food cost is way too high. And a contributing factor with that and a high labor cost, and it will definitely take you out in a matter of no time. Well, it's come to my attention because I'm starting to see a lot of places basically out here begging people to come in. And they're writing stories about how, like, for example, there's a place near me, I won't name any names, but they're a hamburger establishment. And they're in a pretty busy part of the area of town with other businesses adjacent to this place. And they're going online and they're basically begging people to come into their place and to get a hamburger. Only problem is, going back to the food cost, is they're charging about $22 for a hamburger meal. Well, most people in that area with more choices around, they're not going to go there. So they're going to choose another place that's cheaper and probably eat there before they go to the other places surrounding this particular place, which happens to be breweries and stuff like that. So they're going to end up going to those places instead of spending the $22 on the burger at said place. Well, this is a trend, not just with this place, but a lot of different restaurants. They can't keep up with the fluctuating food cost. 1 week, beef may be $10 a pound. Next week, it could be $20 a pound. The week before, it could be $8 a pound. And you can't sit there and keep changing your menu every week as the price changes almost every week. And I've seen it myself. So now you're dealing with these places that are shutting down. And what are you going to get? You're going to get the corporations coming in. That's what's happening here. We're starting to get new fast food places like Culver's. I'm sure In-N-Out will be here soon. And that's what seems to be happening, is you've got these corporations who can buy mass quantities of beef who are taking out the smaller mom and pop places who can't keep affording to change their prices every week or every couple weeks as the food cost may change on a particular item from time to time. So you've got Culver's, you've got In-N-Out, you've got all these corporations that are going to start coming into different states, and the mom and pop, they're just not going to be able to survive. because they're not buying as much volume as, let's say, Culver's or In-N-Out as far as the products they buy at a certain time, which means they can drive their prices down lower and the mom and pop places cannot. And I call that the Walmart effect. Walmart, that's pretty much what they did. Walmart came into towns, big, huge conglomerate store that could buy a lot of product at one time, and the mom and pop stores in the area couldn't survive, and they went under. Well, now it's going on to the food, and it's even happening now in a lot of areas. If you haven't noticed, your towns, instead of building more places for you to shop, they're building more apartments, and they're doing that for a reason, because nobody goes out and basically shops anymore. So you build more apartments to put more people in those apartments so they can shop at home. And that's what's going on. And it's really sad to see a lot of these mom and pop stores that have been around for a long time that are going under because they no longer can compete with the rising food and labor costs which are going on, and especially the food costs. It's not so much the labor costs, it's the food. Because like I said, beef, tomatoes, produce, what be it, it does fluctuate, and it's been going crazy here lately when it comes to buying it for a retail front. The prices are getting astronomical, and like I said, a lot of mom and pop stores can no longer survive, but the Culver's and the In-N-Outs and those places are opening up in new states all over the country. Anyhow, guys, that's my video for right now. I'm Tommy, Talking with Tommy. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out with the channel. No money, no donations needed. Just subscribers and likes are going to do it, guys. And like always, take care of yourself and each other, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.